Today, we're diving into the critical intersection of lean methodologies and technological advancement, essential for thriving in today's competitive landscape.
And basically, lean startup methodology is a systemic way to mitigate risk or turn your assumptions into certainty.
Now, tailored softwares can make all the difference in the streamlining operations, scaling effectively, and staying competitive. I'd like to understand from you, Sina, why are the off the shelf solutions no longer sufficient, and how can tailored software help companies streamline their operations in a much better way?
One reason is, for example, the younger generation, Gen Z and younger, are very tech native and they expect technology in all interactions and communication. They're more comfortable with technology.
Hi there, business owners and managers. Are you prioritizing workplace efficiency? Remember, implementing lean principles not only reduces waste but fosters a culture of continuous improvement. Hi, this is Kripa Anand, and welcome to the Canadian SME Small Business Podcast, where we explore innovative strategies and technologies empowering Canadian entrepreneurs. Today, we're diving into the critical intersection of lean methodologies and technological advancement, essential for thriving in today's competitive landscape. According to Innovation Science and Economic Development Canada, businesses that adopt digital technologies are 2.3 times more likely to report revenue growth. This highlights the importance of strategic tech integration for Canadian SMEs. Joining us today is Sina Sadeghian, founder and CEO of NuBinary. Sina brings extensive experience in empowering companies to successfully create and commercialize innovative technology products. With a mission to accelerate market delivery through proven frameworks, Sina is dedicated to helping SMEs navigate the complexities of tech integration and growth. So let's dive in. First of all, Sina, welcome to the podcast. How are you doing?
Thank you. Thank you for having me. It's a pleasure. I'm doing great. Thanks.
Great, it's our pleasure to have you, Sina. Now, let's start the conversation by discussing lean methodology. Many of our listeners are looking right now to optimize their operations. So, let's start by why don't you walk us through what is a lean startup and how is it exactly different from running a traditional business out there? And also, why is this approach particularly beneficial for the SMEs out there?
Absolutely. So, lean startup, I would say, is mostly a uh, mindset shift in how to run your business. And
Mhm.
it was tossed around about 15 years ago, 13 years ago, by Eric Weiss and Steve Blank when they published their first book. And basically, they looked into mostly startup companies, like heavily innovative companies, to see what is their secret sauce.
Right.
Many people think that they have a great idea, they build it, they hit a jackpot, they release it, people love it, and leads to the success, and the rest is history. But most often that's not the case. The way the approach they have is looking at their job as to finding out what problem to solve,
Right.
who to solve it for, how to solve it.
Asking
uh,
the right questions, the basic questions.
yeah, it's a learning process
Right.
basically. And basically leaner startup methodology is a systemic way to mitigate risk or
Hmm.
turn your assumptions into certainty. And that's inherently the nature of innovation,
Great. That's, I think, a very fascinating perspective as well. I think the emphasis on validation and customer feedback, it's crucial, especially in, today's competitive market. Now, the question to you is, can the lean methodology that we talked about be applied to any type of company, traditional businesses, startups, service companies, tech-enabled firms or enterprises, or is it just focused on a specific industry? How do you see it?
I think so. Yeah, I think it can apply to most companies at any stage. Back in the day, they were mostly focused on startups, but we have seen firsthand at New Binary that it can basically apply to any company, maybe
Anyone?
larger organization. They can apply the department levels, or most larger companies have innovation funds. They can definitely apply it to that organization for. So yeah, I think it's a big yes. You can apply it even. I hope even you can apply it to
Right.
like how we run the government at different
Wow.
levels.
So
So
it is adaptable, right?
it
Like,
is,
which
yeah.
is great. And adaptability in today's world, especially, is the key. And the ability to fine tune operations based on real time feedback is something that, benefit any type of business at any stage. Now, implementing lean effectively requires the right resources, tools, and frameworks in general. Now, these key elements enable companies to integrate lean into their operations and drive continuous improvement. Now, what do companies need to implement lean effectively? Like, what are the key resources, tools, or frameworks that people should like know of? Because a lot of listeners out there, it might be that they're hearing this word for the first time. So, how should they go about in approaching this?
Yeah, I think the key, as I said, it's a mindset shift.
Yeah.
So I think the key is to build awareness among all people, because you need buy-in from
Yeah.
everyone. Everyone has to have that mindset.
Right.
As an example, we usually start with saying that in a lean company, your job is to solve problems. You're solving customers' problems,
Right.
internal problems, external problems, and then very objectively, but very open-mindedly looking at how you can find a solution to solve that problem. And if you're an engineer, the answer might not be an engineering solution. That's the
Right.
mindset that just because your job title is engineer or accountant or human resources, it doesn't necessarily mean that the solution is in the realm of
Right.
your
It shouldn't limit
expertise.
you, right? Yeah.
It's very being becoming open-minded
Yeah.
and believing that collectively as a team, as an organization, we're solving a problem, being very critical of the solution and not jumping into conclusion that you have to solve this problem, for example, only with technology. There's no other way. Sometimes there's just a process improvement that solves the problem. You don't need any technology. Sometimes it's just a strategy refinement, etc.
Great. I think that every Canadian business is becoming a tech company in some capacity now. Hi there, business owners and managers. Are you prioritizing workplace efficiency? Remember, implementing lean principles not only reduces waste but fosters a culture of continuous improvement, boosting your bottom line. Now, let's get back to our conversation with Sina. We'll be right back with insights on how SMEs are leveraging technology to drive competitive growth and enhance customer experiences. Stay tuned to learn more about the strategic integration of technology in today's digital economy.
Hey, you think you know UPS? Yeah, that's us. Everybody knows that. You know what you didn't know? This. Okay, try to keep up. Ocean, us. Ground, rail, air, so us. Guess who? Us. Customs cleared, borders cleared, done. Us. You still with me? Wait for it. Boom. Us. Intelligent, automated, fulfillment. Us. Yep. Healthcare too. Digital your thing? Yeah. Well, book it, ship it, track it. You feeling me yet? Yep. That's all us. That's all UPS.
Welcome back, listeners. Let's explore how Canadian businesses are using technology to stay ahead of the curve, from improving operational efficiency to creating innovative customer experiences. So, could you elaborate on how exactly SMEs across industries are integrating technology to stay competitive, enhance customer experiences, and also drive revenue and drive growth in the greater economy?
Yeah, so we have literally worked with hundreds of companies, and I think I've talked to more than 1,000 companies in the last 10 years, that come to us to basically build innovative products, turn their company into technology company, and they're across all industries. That you would be amazed. Like uh, as an example, we had a customer from food retail.
Mhm.
Um, there's nothing innovative about their products. There's no technology, but um, a business owner in their 60s, 70s, not technology savvy at all, came to us and said, I want to build technology in-house so we can improve our sales. When you look at it, even companies that have nothing to do with technology traditionally are thinking that way. It basically brings technology to everybody's competitive
It's
landscape.
accessible.
Yeah, it's becoming more accessible,
Accessible, yeah.
exactly, and that makes it something that everybody's thinking about, to be more competitive. So if you're not thinking about bringing technology to your business, I guarantee there is some other competitor that's looking into that, and they're going to make you irrelevant if you don't. So I think out of necessity,
Right.
and you would be amazed how creative some business owners are, how to bring software or AI
Right.
to improve their
It's no
operation.
longer an option to not use AI in your work, right?
Yeah, it's like going digital 20-25 years ago. If
Right.
if you did not, if you still running a paper based operations,
Right.
you go out of business. So it's the same. It's just
Right. I think
to
the
this.
idea of using technology as an enabler instead of an obstacle creates all the difference in the world. So, completely, I agree. Now, many businesses turn to off the shelf solutions as well, to address their needs. But as companies grow, these one size fits all mindset, often falls short. Now, tailored softwares can make all the difference in the streamlining operations, scaling effectively, and staying competitive. I'd like to understand from you, Sina, why are the off the shelf solutions no longer sufficient, and how can tailored software help companies streamline their operations in a much better way?
I think there are many different reasons. One reason is, for example, the younger generation, Gen
Hmm.
Z and younger, um, are very uh, tech native,
Right.
and they expect technology in all interactions and communication. They're more comfortable with technology.
Right.
So from customer relations standpoint, we're shifting towards from phone based or
Right.
conversation based support and customer service to
Right.
in app written communication, real time response either by real agents or 24 agents or AI, whatever the solution is. So the market demands it. They're the new generations are tech savvy.
Right.
But I think, again, going back to competition, um, everybody has CRMs and ERPs and
Right.
e-commerce. Those are commodities these days, and if you want to become competitive, you need to be build some IP internally, technology IP internally, that's
Right.
unique, that's different from the competitor, or it's on the edge of technology to provide a better service, to be more efficient. um,
Definitely, yeah. And also, it's very practical, right? It's a very practical approach. And it's clear that customer solutions are, often significant strategies because if it's not personalized to your own demands, it won't make sense. And I completely agree with that point also, that if you're not doing it, there's someone else out there in the market who's doing a similar thing that you are doing in business, and he's using that opportunity. So it's an opportunity lost if you're not using that. Now, to wrap up, Sina, what are the key takeaways that you'd like all of our listeners to remember about this conversation? And what is that one actionable advice that they should do after listening to this podcast?
I think lean is definitely something to look into. If you're not familiar, get yourself familiar. There are many resources now out there. There
Right.
very nice videos explaining the concept in 15 minutes, and I think once you learn it, you can't unlearn it.
Of
It's
course.
a mindset shift that
Right.
uh, uh, helps you look differently from a different lens to the business, and it's contagious. We
So once you
joke
get in it, there's no going back, basically, right?
exactly.
Yeah.
We joke a lot with my business partner about many different aspects of lean that we even apply to our
Right.
lives, not just
Right.
business.
Right. Great. And if there's one thing that you'd want to redo in your entire entrepreneurial journey, what would it be?
Focus more on people's relationships
Right.
and people's aspects of the business. We
Right.
are technology consultants, but most often we solve people's problems.
That's a beautifully articulated answer. Thank you so much, Sina, for giving us your precious time and being here on this podcast. It was really a pleasure.
Thank you for having me.
That was an insightful conversation with Sina Sadeghian, founder and CEO of NuBinary, on applying lean methodologies and leveraging custom software to drive SME growth in Canada's evolving tech landscape. Thank you so much for tuning in to the Canadian SME Small Business Podcast. We really appreciate your continued support. Be sure to subscribe to our podcast for more expert insights and resources that can help your business thrive. You can also visit our website, CanadianSME.ca, for more such valuable information and tools. And lastly, a very special thank you to our podcast partners, RBC, UPS, and Google, for their ongoing commitment to empowering small businesses in Canada. Until next time, keep innovating and striving for success. We'll see you in the next episode. Kripa Anand signing off.